Welcome back to my channel, everyone. 3 tips here. This is the impure gold ingot that we recovered from my recent gold-filled refining video. 21.5 grams. What we're going to do is we're going to repurify this thing. We got 21.5 grams. We multiply that by 3 to get an alloy that's 1/4 gold and 3/4 silver and base metals. I multiply that by 0.95. I pull just a little bit of the silver back out. We need 61.2 grams of silver. And what I have here is pre-weighed 61.9 grams or 62 grams. That's close enough to what we need. So now we're going to go out and quart this gold with this silver. Now that we've got the gold concentration reduced in our alloy, I'm going to pull all the silver and all the base metals out with dilute nitric acid boils. The nitric acid boils are complete. You can see here that there's no color in there. That's a good indication that we've got all the copper out. And if we've got all the copper out, it's fairly safe to conclude that we've got all of the silver out as well. So I'm just going to pour this nitric acid off into my silver jar. The silver jar is full of sterling silver, and it will consume that excess nitric that I'm pouring off in here. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to put this up on the heat and just give it a boil in some distilled water. Had this on boiling in distilled water now for about 10 or 15 minutes. What we'll do is pour this off in our silver jar. Here's a look at the encorded gold. Looking good. Now I'm certain that all the base metals and all the silver have been removed from our encorded gold with those nitric acid boils. I'm going to add about 100 milliliters of hydrochloric acid. A little bit of sulfuric acid, just in case there's any lead in here. Sulfuric acid will form lead sulfate, and then we can filter it out. Okay, now we're going to put some nitric acid in here, form aqua regia, and dissolve this gold aqua regia. That's about 6 milliliters, and see how far that'll get us. Put it up on the heat and let this react. Got everything to dissolve. I'm going to pull it down here and let it cool off. Now let's add some ice to cool it off. Still looks a little cloudy, so what we'll end up doing here is passing it through the same filter a second time. one more time. This third pass through the same filter should get our solution cleared up real nice. What happens is the pores in the filter paper get clogged up with the solid particulate that's suspended in our solution, and the more it gets clogged up, the better it's able to remove even finer particles of solid material. It's probably silver chloride in here. You can see the flow rate slows down as the filter gets loaded up with that silver chloride. Okay, here we go. I'm going to precipitate out the gold, the sodium metabisulfite. Here we go. That should just about do it. Another half a spoon. Allow this gold to settle for about half an hour. What we're going to do is take the solution that we pulled through the filter. I didn't want to contaminate my main solution. Pour this off into the waste container. Now we'll pour this waste solution off. This is looking real good. Hydrochloric acid. We're going to give the gold a boil in hydrochloric acid. It's been boiling in hydrochloric acid now for about 15 minutes. Pour this off into our waste container. And here is our lovely pure gold powder. going to add some hydrochloric acid. Fill it up to about the 150 milliliter level. A little bit of sulfuric acid. Just a touch. Now we're going to set it up on the heat and redissolve this gold a second time. Now I'll add some nitric acid. I'm going to start out with three milliliter squirts of nitric acid. 1, 2, 3. That should be enough to get this gold to dissolve completely. Look at that beautiful orange, clear and bright solution. So clear, you can read a newspaper through it. I added some ice, and this solution is just absolutely dazzling. Nice and clear, no kind of precipitation came out when I added the ice. So now what we're going to do is we're going to filter this. Here you can see there's nothing in the filter. I'm going to remove this and get it out of the way for right now. I've got my SO2 gas rig set up back here. Got sulfuric acid in that equalizing delivery funnel. Down inside the flask, I've got sodium metabisulfite. We're going to drip the sulfuric acid on the sodium metabisulfite. The gas will come out this tube, go through a bubbler tube back here, and then the SO2 gas will come up here and into our reaction beaker. Now what I'll do is add the pure gold solution to this beaker. I'm going to dilute this solution with distilled water. This reaction happens better when we have a dilute solution. Got everything all set up. Now what I'll do is I'll reach up here and start dripping in some acid down into the flask that has our SMB in it. Whoa. I'm going to edit that fast. I'm going to drip it in. That's alright. Reaction will happen that much quicker. Just going to let this go real time. You can see some gold starting to come out of solution there. Now we're getting a little bit of a color change. Boom, there it goes. SO2 gas precipitation. Never fails to amuse. And there you can tell all the gold has been precipitated. We'll reach up here and turn off the gas flow. Let's get this delivery tube out of here. I've allowed this to settle for about half an hour. Still got quite a bit of suspended particles of gold. I'm going to pour this off now. All right, here's our gold down in the bottom of our beaker. Now let's give this stuff a rinse. We've given this a rinse. Not really a whole lot to rinse off because we precipitated this out with gas. I'm going to pour this rinse off now. Here we go. Let's put this in a melt dish and see if we can melt this up into a button. Here's our pure gold bar. Looks fantastic. And we started out with 21.5 grams. Looks like we've got 20.8 grams of high purity, 3/9 fine, pure gold. We'll put this one up for sale on my eBay site. And that will conclude the video. I'd like to thank everyone for watching.